All right, what's going on, everybody? We are at the Real Shot right now, up in Appleton, stocking up. Got some goodies in the bag here because it is actually opening deer hunting today. Today, rifle season opened in Wisconsin. Originally had plans of working this weekend at the firehouse, but plans changed. I didn't have anything ready to go deer hunting, but I do have the boat ready. So we are going to head up to Door County again and go chase around some big smallmouth. This is probably going to be the last weekend that the weather is in the 40s, or the temps are in the 40s, but hopefully the water temperatures have dropped over the past week because we've had some strong north winds, and it's just been warm. I mean, the fishing's been decent, and I say decent, it's kind of hard to say that after catching 100 fish one day, but decent. They're not even that great yet. So we're getting ready to go out there, see what we can do. Just stocked up on some goodies from the Real Shot. I'll get into this bag here when we get in the truck. All right, so I had to stop and get a couple things. Stock's running a little bit low. So a lot of the bites that I've been getting have been on tubes and Alabama rigs. I'm sticking to those couple things. So had to pick up a pack of Kitex. When it comes to fishing clear water with an Alabama rig or even just a swim bait in general, there's one color Kitex that I really like to use, and that's electric shad. That has been my go-to color up there on Alabama rigs, and I throw two different sizes. I throw the 3.3 and then the 3.8, which is obviously that's what this one is, duh. 3.8. And then the other thing, I have plenty of tubes, like thousands of tubes. But I ran out of tube heads, so I stopped in here and picked up some Cast Again tube jigs. These are a 3/8 ounce 2-aught, so it's a perfect size tube to go into those 2.75s. And I just had to try something a little bit different. Haven't thrown it a whole lot, so we're going to try it out. But I bought one of these, the Ringer jig from Cast Again. This is the Gobi Melt Color 1/2 ounce. I don't know, haven't thrown it around, going to toy with it a little bit. I can already tell you just by looking at it that I'm going to trim it up really, like, a lot. Make it a very small, compact jig. So, that being said, I don't know what side of the peninsula we're going to be fishing today. It all depends on the wind. I have fished on the bay side. Not a lot. I'm not like a local up there. I don't know everything. I'm learning a lot this fall by going up there as much as I have been. I've never been up there this many times in the fall. But I've never fished the Lake Michigan side. So it's going to depend on what the wind is doing. I might dump in on the Lake Michigan side to see if we can go find some smallmouth that might be virtually untouched this time of year. Everybody's so focused on the bay side. There's a lot of people that get out and fish on the bay side. So we might go fish Lake Michigan today. We're going to let the wind tell us what to do. We're going to look at the conditions and see what's favorable, mainly for navigation. You want some wind with how clear the water is. I mean, you can see the bottom in 35 feet of water. So you do want some wind to break up the surface to make those fish a little more apt to bite. And just going to go with what we can go fish. So we're going to go see what we can do. Let's hit the road. We got a long ways to go yet. Up here, and I think we're gonna try the bay side first. There is a little bit of a breeze coming out of the west, but I think that will help a little bit in getting some bites. So we'll see what happens, though. We'll start over there, see how it goes. If it doesn't go very well, then we'll go to the Lake Michigan side. But I'm looking forward to it. Definitely a lot cooler than it was last time I was up here, so we'll see. Just fueling up the truck. If you don't know where to find a bass fisherman, stop at any gas station. Anywhere close to a body of water, there's probably a bass fisherman there, because we're here more than we're anywhere else. Almost more than we're on the water. But let me get after it. Got to keep driving. Let's go. Okay, well, got to the first boat launch I was going to put in at, and there's waves breaking into the marina. So I don't think we're going to try going out here. That's the thing when you come up here. If you have a west wind, northwest wind, or a north wind, you are in the teeth of the wind because there's nothing stopping it. It ain't blowing super hard, but that water's got a long way to travel to get here, so I ain't gonna play that game. We're gonna go explore a little bit, go try somewhere that I've never been. So we'll see what happens. All right, well, it's gonna be interesting. We'll see what happens. But this is what we're fishing right here. Lake Michigan. I'm pretty excited about it, man. This is just gonna be something different. I haven't really gone and explored like a new body of water in a really long time. So I'm really looking forward to this, and especially with it just being a great lake. I don't know. It's gonna be a good time. Let's get after it and see what we can do. All right. Well, we found a little break. Just gonna zoom out on everything here so I can see where I'm at. And we're just gonna start with the old A-rig. I oiled around a little bit. Didn't see a whole lot, honestly. There's some rock up here. Air temp was 38 when I left the truck. You throw I mean, of course the weather man predicts it to be a 5-mile-an-hour wind. Add 10 and that's about what you got. So 15 to 20 maybe, just being on the water. That's a lot more. Just poke around, see what we can find. Cover some water today probably, just because I mean we're on the Great Lakes, so you're gonna have to probably do some random casts too, see if I can find some boulders and stuff and huck a bait at them. 46 degrees. Like seeing that it's cool, or it's cooler. Where they're going to be set up. Poke around a little bit here. Steep break, big rocks. Try the A-rig again. Just keep looking. Lots of looking around, lots of idling. Never being out here before, there's a lot of things to look at, and just this time of year, it's tough. It's a tougher time to find them, but when you find them, it's like you landed on gold. So we're just gonna keep hunting, keep looking for like some bigger fields of boulders or a rock stand transition, something that would hold a couple little balls of bait. There's a couple bigger boulders out here in 36 around some sand. Yeah, let's just see. Some bigger rock. there's any fish on them or not, but something to cast at least. Crazy looking stuff on the bottom here. I start out with an Alabama rig just to see if I can get them to show themselves. Once they do, then I can change up tactics a little bit and drag a tube. Yeah, not nearly as much sand. I mean, there's plenty of rock, but I think I need a mixture. Something is just not clicking. It's pretty bad when you don't even see a fish. There's a fish. Holy smokes. I don't know what it is. Guys, I saw a fish. Holy buckets. He's going back down to the bottom, whatever it is. It looked long. Well, let's drag a tube real quick. Some grass. All right, well, I've been fishing out here for a couple hours. I've seen one fish chase my Alabama rig, and it was not a bass. It was long and skinny. So I'm gonna say it was either a pike or a musky of some sort, but there's some grass in this bay too, so it doesn't really surprise me. But yeah, just not seeing a lot of the ingredients that I'd like to see for, you know, a later season smallmouth spot in this bay, and I'm kind of restricted because of the wind gassing pretty hard the way that it is. So I think we're just gonna call it for today. Kind of stinks not being able to, you know, try and put something, or not try, but like, it kind of stinks not being able to put something together out here, just because, I mean, we literally have an inland ocean right behind me, and I just love getting out here and fishing it. But this won't be my last time coming back here. Just gonna come at a different time of year to see what the population looks like, because never being over here, I don't know if there's really a lot of bass. Now on the bay side, I know there's a lot of bass over there. I've been over there a bunch of times, but I've never really been on the Michigan side of Door County bass fishing. I know I've seen people do well in the summertime, but this time of year it's a needle in a haystack kind of fishing. Like when you land on them, you find them, but if you don't land on them, you're not gonna catch anything. So it is what it is. We're gonna go put it on the trailer, and we might head out on the other side depending on what the wind does. If it dies down a little bit, we'll go out, but otherwise we're gonna get ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna do a dark to dark all day tomorrow because the wind's supposed to be right and those fish are gonna chew. Well guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty disappointed. It kind of stinks. I was really looking forward to getting out there. Heard a lot of good things about fishing over here, and it's just the conditions are just off, and it happens. I'm gonna show you guys. I mean, I'm taking you guys along with, because this is what I go through. You know, going to newer places, scan around a bunch, looked around on the trolling motor a little bit, but just plain and simple, didn't see any bait. I mean, I saw a couple. I can't say I didn't see any, but I saw a couple clouds, but no fish around it. And I saw one actual fish that followed my Alabama rig, and it was not a bass at all. It was way too long on the screen. But man, that happens. That's fishing. But tomorrow we're going out on the other side of the Door Peninsula, which the fishing has been pretty good. And I'm thinking and I'm praying that with this change in air temperature and the change in water temperature, that those fish really want to fire. So we're in for an absolute treat tomorrow. I think it's going to be a blast, you know, God willing, with the weather conditions that we can get out. But it's been a lot of fun getting up here the past couple weekends. And tomorrow might be my last day out. I still got the rods out on the front deck. I'm going to see what the wind looks like over on the other side, just in a couple other places. Maybe get out for a little bit, but I'm not going to push it because I mean, days like today, you can tear some stuff up pretty bad, and I'm not trying to do that at all. But if you guys have liked these Door County fishing trips the past couple episodes, let me know. I'm absolutely having a blast making them. I love fishing up here. I love taking you guys with, just because the Door Peninsula up here in Wisconsin is just such a special place to go bass fish, just to fish in general. You can chase any kind of fish that you want, but obviously I'm up here chasing the bassy sorts. There's a bunch of guys that come up here and chase walleyes around. Really good salmon fishery too out on the Lake Michigan side. So I just love showing you guys this part of Wisconsin. It's an absolute blessing to live as close as I do to here, to still come up here just on single day trips. But yeah, hopefully you guys like it. Like, comment, subscribe down below. We got a lot more coming down the pipes. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.